Welcome back to the channel. So another day has gone by, and we are no closer to knowing who won the British Columbia election than we were last night or the night before. And so we're in kind of a holding pattern here as we wait for all the mail-in ballots to be tallied and a couple of recounts that go on. And then, so, there's been some speculation, some discussion going on. One of the topics I've heard brought up was regarding John Rustad when he was making his speech the night of the election. This really was a historic election for the BC Conservatives. I mean, this party went from 0 seats and really 0 votes. I mean, I think the Christian Heritage Party outperformed them in the last election. So up to potentially being in government, if not definitely being in opposition. So this was a massive upswing for the BC Conservatives. So in his speech the night of the election, John Rustad has indicated that their mission is going to be to get us back to the polls as soon as possible. Whether if they don't form government in a majority, they're going to bring us back to the polls. They want to get back there. So the discussion on this news channel I was watching, I can't remember which one it was. It may have been CBC British Columbia. So the commentator asked the expert, the political science expert, is this a wise idea for the Conservatives? I mean, who really wants to go back to the polls? And there was some back and forth, like, I'm sure British Columbians don't want to go back to the polls. This is probably a bad move on his part. It's just rhetoric, obviously, divisive rhetoric, right? That's what John Rustad is most known for. What I would say that John Rustad is known for is he knows his base and he knows his support. And I can tell you right now, if an election were held tomorrow or next week or next month, everybody who voted for John Rustad and the Conservative Party is back out voting again. And if anybody that it's going to be bad for, it's going to be bad for I think it'd be bad for the NDP. I think their electorate doesn't want to get back out and vote as much. I don't think they're as driven as the Conservatives. But the other advantage I think that the Conservatives will have, if we do go back to the polls, is these independent candidates, the former BC United candidates, are not going to have the money that they need to go back into these elections, and are likely not going to be able to run. And the people who voted for them are not as likely, I think, to vote for them this time around. I don't think they'll, even if they were to be able to run, I don't think they'll see them as a viable protest vote option. So I think that we'll see that those independent votes dry up. The Greens are a bit of it's hard to say. Sonia Furstenau might do better this time around in her riding. I'm not too sure. But regardless, the Greens are likely to be a non-factor in the when we are to go back to the polls, because really given the results, I think we're going back soon. So we'll see the independents will likely be gone. Will the Christian Heritage Party be able to run in an election so soon after just holding one? That remains to be seen. The Greens, I think their donors will keep them in there. They may get money from the Federal Green Party. That I'm not 100% clear on. But BC is something of a Green Party. I want to call it a stronghold because, 2 seats is 2 seats, and I think that's all they hold federally as well, and all they're projected to win federally. Are they both going to be in British Columbia? That's entirely possible. So I guess as far as strongholds go for the Green Party, it may be that BC is a Green stronghold. But yes, John Rustad wants to get back to the polls because he knows his supporters want to get back to the polls, and I think things will go pretty well for them if they do. So that's my thoughts on that. We'll catch you on the next one with another election topic. Haven't decided what it's going to be yet. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We have experienced some pretty good growth over the past month, We've picked up close to 100 subscribers in the last 28 days, which is really good for us, and we're really honored that people turn out and listen to what I have to say, and we hope to be able to continue to bring you content that is relevant and, in my opinion, fair and balanced as we move into the upcoming election seasons, and then keeping government accountable as well. So that said, we'll see you on the next one.